Yo guys, welcome back to some more Trails of Cold Steel 4 news. So I know this one came out quite a while back, but it's something I've been kind of reinforcing through what my Let's Plays and everything, and talking about how Trails of Cold Steel 3 is going to be like Trails of Cold Steel 1, and it's in my anticipation that Trails of Cold Steel 4 is going to be more like Trails of Cold Steel 2. So there's some kind of allusions in Trails of Cold Steel 3 that bring back memories of Trails of Cold Steel 1, especially the prologue where it's a flash forward into chapter 3, just like how Trails of Cold Steel 1 had a prologue that was flash forwarded to chapter, I believe, 4 or 5. You also had the reference to the students as their hair color instead of their actual names during that time period. You also have characters that are completely missing in that chapter and will only appear once you get to that point in the story. So the prologues are very, very similar. Even chapter one and everything that happened in it, basically Trista is kind of like I mean not Trista, Celtic. The first area you go in Trails of Cold Steel 1 is very reminiscent to where you go in Trails of Cold Steel 3 in the first area. Also to the point where Kurt and Yuna's first meeting together is an allusion to Reen and Alicia's first meeting when they meet in their first dungeon, and it has like the same ramp mechanic and all of that. And as you continue on to the final chapter, the kind of the layout and the cliffhanger at the very end of Trails of Cold Steel 1 is very reminiscent of Trails of Cold Steel 3. I'm not going to spoil the ending in this video for you guys. So that kind of gives me the conclusion that Trails of Cold Steel 2 is going to be a lot like Trails of Cold Steel 4. So there's kind of a news a little bit back, but let me get to it real quick down here. Lost Arts are now coming back to Trails of Cold Steel 4. So if you don't remember, Lost Arts were introduced in Trails of Cold Steel 2 for beating phantom monsters. They would consume all your EP for a very powerful move. Most likely there's 2 damage moves and the 3 utility ones. And trust me, the utility ones were the most broken in that game. So this further concludes that this is going to wrap up the story like how Trails of Cold Steel 2 did, and this is a homage to Trails of Cold Steel 2 as it is basically a next gen Trails of Cold Steel. So this once again proves that hey, they're going to have an updated system like they did in Trails of Cold Steel 2 compared to Trails of Cold Steel 1. So definitely very very cool. Oh, can't wait to play Trails of Cold Steel 4, guys. And there's another little thing, like something they added is this high speed mode. It's basically akin to Persona 5's auto mode, where the battle would just go fast. Your characters would just do regular attacks, and if you can rush, they'll rush. But for the most part, it's not no high speed mode. As much as they call it high speed auto mode, it's not like Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 Kai's high speed mode. It's not like that at all. I would really appreciate it if they would add that, but I highly doubt it. Maybe for the remastered in another 10 years. But until then, guys, see ya.